Do not bring THC products or cannabis products over here to China. Do not bring it into mainland China, Hong Kong, or Macau if you plan on coming here because it's illegal. And on the photo that you just saw in the beginning of my video, it says it's a criminal offense and you risk a few million HKD fine, and you also risk jail time if you have enough. And if you're part of if you get tricked into being a cannabis mule, thinking cannabis is not a serious crime here in China, you could seriously get the death penalty. In Asia, it's pretty much like this in all countries, including Singapore, which a few months ago a guy got hanged. Yeah, oh, so that's another problem in itself. Singapore hangs people over drug offenses, but in China and Hong Kong they don't do that. But Western fake news media does not have a problem with Singapore hanging people for drug offenses, when China and Hong Kong did much less, such as introducing a national security law to provide stability. And all countries around the world have an anti-sedition or national security law. So the Western fake news media and the USA were making a big deal of Hong Kong in 2019, but nobody cares about all the foreigners in Singapore who get hanged or killed by the government for drugs and other major crimes. So it just shows you all the double standards from fake news Western media. But back to my point, just do not bring any drugs, hard drugs, especially do not bring hard drugs like cocaine or fentanyl or crystal meth or any of that, of the real hard drugs. Clean out your luggage, wash your clothes, because you don't want to get mixed in. You don't want the government here to take you the wrong way, even though even though you're innocent and you're just here for tourism or business. But just don't be sure to not bring any residue, because they have dogs at the airport that sniff for drugs. And THC and cannabis, I know it's harmless stuff if you're using the right way. It's medicine, helps people with cancer, pain, and other pains, ailments. But over here it's illegal, so you don't bring any residuals or any. Don't even bring the packaging if it's empty here. I gotta also talk about why China and other Asian countries are so stiff on drug regulations and have a zero tolerance policy. It's because in the 1850s or 1840s, close to 200 years ago, the UK was importing drugs into China illegally. Government of China wanted to stop it, and that created that caused the opium wars, and that was a whole shit show in itself. The UK stole Hong Kong and created a British colony in Hong Kong in order to use as a transit point to smuggle drugs into China and the rest of Asia, while opium and other hard drugs were illegal in the UK, Europe, and USA itself. But they wanted to export illegal drugs into China and other Asian countries to make money and get rich and expensive society in Asian countries such as China. So that's why there's this hard line on drugs. Government of China and other Asian countries don't want foreign countries, foreign colonial, imperialist, and global international Western corporations and banks making big money from drugs, taking money away from people here, getting people addicted and causing all the societal problems and draining people's life savings into drugs and making them useless. It's just the international drug cartels will be making big money from all the hard drugs and also the soft drugs such as THC and marijuana.